Hey guy, how you doing, mate?
Hey mate, what's up?
Yeah, all good, mate. We'll give it a few seconds, let people start joining in.
Sure, of course.
If you want, if you want to just give it a quick post in your Telegram as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, so it's a pleasure to have you here, bro. It's an exciting day for you guys. I've been following you, obviously from the start, mainly because of Drew. Um, but yeah, it's really exciting. So what time are you launching today? Have you decided yet?
Well, we have not decided actually, and actually we have decided. We have not communicated it. Um, we're starting to. We're just waiting for everyone in the main team to wake up, because of course most of them are only in the US, so still sleeping. So yeah, it's going to be like evening European time. That's what I can say for now, basically.
Okay, brilliant.
And
Brilliant.
thanks, like I appreciate the invite. It's really cool to meet your community. Seems to be an incredible bunch of very solid dudes. So happy to be here, man.
Cheers, mate. All right, I'll start off with an introduction. Obviously, the main token is a new project also, which launched less than 2 weeks ago. We've already secured about 11 partnerships with some top people, and
Hmm.
we've just announced partnership with the Karma Pad, which is a new launch pad, which is launching today. Um, so yeah, do you want to just give us a brief background in yourself and what are you going to bring to the space?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm relatively new to the space. I actually arrived during the bear market in 2022. Before that, I was a banker, investment banker. I worked at like sort of famous banks in private equity, stuff like that. So the TradFi in general. And actually, I joined. Like I came to DeFi because it's much less yet regulated, which means that you can do much more interesting stuff. And basically, I'm trying to bring some of the things I learned in TradFi to DeFi. I think there's tons of like products that should be there, tons of investor protections that don't exist here that should. And so that's part of the goal with Karma. And just a bit of a backstory on Karma itself. I think the idea originated with one of Drew's friends. I'm not sure if it was Drew himself, but this sort of small network of really prominent like entrepreneurs in DeFi, and we had been working together, Drew and I, on something else before, and he said, "Okay, I need someone like you to sort of manage the operations on this." And so basically, the ethos of Karma is all in the name, really. And it's the idea that too often our investors scammed, like whether it's like an outright scam or just rugged, where you can just take the liquidity and run off, or just don't like do shit all with the project. And the idea was to create sort of on-chain protections to prevent developers from doing so. And so all of our contracts on Karma have these sort of protections. So like you can't run off with liquidity pool funds. You cannot run with the team tokens or just dump them on the market. So it's all stuff like that. So I think yeah, it's going to bring tons of responsibility to the space, and it's also going to scare off some of the less trustworthy devs from our pad.
Yeah, that's amazing. Obviously, we see it all the time, don't we? Like that many projects launching every single day, and they they put 50% into the liquidity and then just run off. So you got like an insurance policy, have you? Or how would it work?
Yeah, there's a few things really. So first of all, minimum liquidity you can add is 70%. Um, which is quite a big difference. And also, the devs don't get ownership of the contract before what we've called the IPP, the investor protection period, which lasts 30 days. So during the first 30 days, if the token, there's a few protections for that. If the token dips below 50% of launch, it's automatically, like, the LP is automatically refunded to the investors, and so there'll be a sort of a claim button on the KarmaPad website, and anyone who owns tokens at this point can just go there and connect the wallet and claim that they're part in the LP. So of course it won't be like 100%. You'll still like lose money, but basically, since there's a lot of ETH going to the LP already, 70%, as I said, and it stops at 50% on the way down, that can mitigate some of the risk. So that's I think one of the biggest innovations here. Also, as I've said before, when you launch on Karma, you have to use one of our pre-made like templates, right? Smart contracts, and all of those have been pre-audited. So, like, for example, one of the features we've added there is that you can't increase taxes above 10, like 10 buy, 10 sell, which again, like anyone can do in general. Like, you can just do a project and just raise taxes to 90%, and then investors are all fucked. So that's also another type of protection. And as I said, like all liquidity token marketing, liquidity tokens, marketing tokens, team tokens, all of that. This is all all locked. So for the first 30 days. So yeah, those are the other questions. I don't think I'm missing anything here.
No, that's brilliant. That's really good, mate. Really good. So after the 30 days, then if they like meet all requirements, then the contract is like transferred to them, and then obviously they can just do it how they wish then.
Exactly. Basically, like, we don't know what's going to happen, frankly, after the first token hits our platform and the 30 days have elapsed. Like, maybe some developers will just run off with the funds. I don't know. I choose to believe that they won't, but you never know. But the thing is that this period gives investors more time to gauge the project and the dev, and also there is already on the pad an option to extend the lockers through Flokify. We have integrated with them, which means that basically you can increase your locks for like 60 days, 3 months, whatever.
Yeah, that's amazing. So how will it work for people joining the launch pads, like the projects? Will you have to hold your token, or how does the revenue model work?
No, actually, like, as of right now, you don't have to hold a token to do anything. You just it's similar to any other launchpad, right? I'm not going to name names here, but basically you just arrive on the platform. I don't think yeah, I'll share a few screenshots later. Basically, you arrive on the platform, just connect your wallet. You'll be able to see all the pre-sales that are live and also like ended, all that. And you can just connect and buy. It's like really extremely simple. And I think in the long term, we're going to provide more utility to the token in the way that it's going to allow you to have like lower prices on pre-sales, etc. Right now, I mean, it's a big one, but the utility of the token is just to be a revenue share model. Like, anyone who, like, for 50% of our revenues are going directly into the token through buybacks.
Yeah, that's great. That's one of the main things. Like, because a lot of people mention revenue shares and sharing the revenue, but I always find when you buy back tokens and burn, it automatically puts value on your chart anyway because you're reducing the supply and increasing demand. So what do you want to just explain the tokenomics? Like, what's the maximum supply and what's going to be circulating and stuff like that?
Sure. Supply, actually, I don't
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
have it in mind right now. I haven't been really managing the token part of things. Okay.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Come back to that one if you want to just get it up for later on. I'll jump into the next one. So, what is going to be the token utility? Like, I know it's revenue share, but obviously, are you going to make a model where people can lock the tokens and get into like guaranteed sales and stuff like that? So do you know when like launch pads are oversubscribed, are like your holders going to get like more chance of getting in, or how will it work? I think we've lost you. 2 seconds, guys. You've reconnected, I think. Anyway, I'll quickly jump on. I think are you back now, mate? Try and leave the space and come back and request again, mate, because can't hear you. But in the meantime, we've made a partnership with KarmaPad and the main token. And obviously, we're going to be doing collaborations with their new projects that launch. Obviously, they're going to recommend the main token, so they're going to be coming for our AMAs. And in return, we're going to be giving them promotions as well. So it's like a joint collaboration. He's just requesting again now, so let me get him back up. Yeah, you're back, bro.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Yeah, talking about the token utility. Before, if I recall, yeah, briefly, this part of the utility has not been developed yet. But what we are getting at is a few elements, just to things we have already started to look into. First of all is, of course, sort of preferential treatment. So if you hold or if you lock tokens, you'll be able to get like first dibs on pre-sales. Second element is actually something that's really new. I haven't done it, seen it done anything anywhere else. And it's the idea to sort of create, or like allow developers who launch with us to create whitelists based on sort of the best wallets out there. So let's see, like for example, if you have a track record of being a good holder, you hold the floor, you don't dump, you etc. Then you'll get a great ranking, and all of this is on chain, so it's really easy to do. You get a great ranking, and then developers can choose, to only do a whitelist with people who have this great, track record of holding tokens. So these are sort of the ideas that we have in mind. And I think just to finish on the tokenomics, yeah, it was 35% private, 35% treasury, 15% team. That's locked for 6 months. How much does that give us? 85%. And then let me check for liquidity and the advisory. I think it's like, 17% for liquidity and 12% liquidity and 3% advisory. Yeah, that should be it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And obviously, did you want to just mention, like, touch on the private sale and how it worked and what the rules are on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good point. So the private was mainly raised with Drew's friends and Drew's network. So for those who know that, it's the Dream Whales sort of collective. There are like a bunch of investors who come together to finance great projects, and like they have backed Amino, they've backed this one. There was, I think, also Houdini Swap earlier in the year. So it's generally it's very, very strong projects. And in this case, so 200,000 were raised mainly by Drew. And yeah, basically there's a rule here that anyone who was in the private is only allowed to sell 1% of the amount of ETH in the LP per day. That means that if there's 20k dollars in ETH in the LP, it's going to be a bit more than that today, but never mind. They are only allowed to sell $200 per day. That's also a cap on how much people can sell.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That is, and obviously Drew's friends, like obviously the biggest launch of the year, in my opinion, that Amino. So they won't want to jeopardize their friendship with Drew. So I don't think you got any problems there anyway.
Exactly. It's also like it's just a way to reassure the investors in general. But frankly, like I'm not at all worried about the Dream guys. It's a very solid group. If you guys look at the Houdini Swap launch earlier this year, I think they did a 10x in like 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. So frankly, I'm not really worried about these guys dumping. It's not exactly the type. So yeah.
Yeah, I've been obviously I'm partnered with Houdini Swap as well, and they're doing amazing. To be honest, they're doing really well. But yeah, it sounds really good, man. So I can't believe it's the launch today. Obviously, we've been waiting for a bit, but yeah, I can't wait to see how it goes. The market's looking a bit crap, but I think you'll do well. You got quite a lot of support in the Telegram group, and I really do think it's going to do quite well today.
Yeah, man, it was really a pleasure to be here with you guys. And frankly, I'm absolutely pumped, man. I've been working on this for the past 6 months, taking like almost no pay. So it's very nice to see this come to an end, and like actually it's sort of a new beginning. So that's gonna be great. And frankly, yeah, just if we talk about revenue in general, I don't see how this is not going to be like a huge moneymaker. So for the team, but also for investors, if we talk about like sort of dividends in the form of buybacks. So yeah,
Yeah.
really pumped.
Yeah, man. So, have you got any projects lined up to launch? Like, obviously, you're launching your token today. Have you got any projects lined up to launch in the next week or so? Or do you want to drop any hints about that? Or
Basically, there is okay. So we all the focus was on the pad launch, right? Um, I couldn't say like one name of a project that's going to launch this week. However, as you probably know, Caesar is one of the members of like the founding members of Karma, and he has quite a as you can imagine, quite a solid network. The feel on the street, what I've heard, is that most people want to see first how the launchpad works. So what we're going to do is, launch ourselves, and just showcase the pad of the next few days. And we actually have like in case, people are still having cold feet or just don't want to launch directly, we actually have another project that's actually quite solid. It's a utility token as well, that we could launch. I was planning to launch it next week, but if it could also be nice to have this one launch right away. So yeah, not a precise answer on this one, sorry, but yeah, like it's not really a concern for us, frankly. We're quite bullish.
yeah, no, that sounds good, mate. Sounds good. But so what I'll do after this space, I'll drop all your social links in. Obviously, you haven't got an exact time, so I can't really put that. But if I just put all your Telegram links in, so people can
Fantastic.
jump in your Telegram, and obviously, yeah, they can jump in and get the information there. If anyone's got any questions, if you want to request, I'll get you up here. Doesn't look like there's any requests.
All good. Means we,
Yeah.
we covered everything. That's cool.
Exactly. Yeah,
Good
but
job, man.
what we'll do, mate. Obviously, this is just like an intro of a partnership and stuff. Once you actually launch, we'll get you back up and we'll do some more questions and stuff.
Fantastic. Cool. Looking
Uh,
forward to that.
And look forward to working with you in the future, mate.
And me too, mate. Me too. It was great to be here.
All right, have a great
Thanks for
day, and
reaching out.
I wish you the best in your launch later today, and I'll be there rooting for you.
All right, perfect, mate. Cheers. Appreciate that.
Cheers, guys, and thanks for everyone who
Cheers,
joined.
guys. Thanks, everyone.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.